Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Jade Cargill received a stern warning from WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, who is not happy with what happened to his real-life daughter-in-law Naomi. Cargill returned at Elimination Chamber, Toronto and took out the Glow even before the Chamber match started with a vicious attack. Several months after being sent to the hospital due to an unknown assailant, Cargill was back in Toronto last week before the Women's Elimination Chamber match started. Fans expected her to attack Liv Morgan, but she diverted and attacked the unsuspecting Naomi. On the latest episode of his Off the Top podcast, Rikishi revealed that the entire family was behind Naomi. He commented that he lost respect for Jade Cargill, but was open to listening to both sides in private. "One thing I know about Trin's been through a lot. She's not a rookie in the game, and you can rest assured, she's a part of this family here 100%. We backing her up 100%. The wrong thing that Jade has done was put her hands on my daughter-in-law. That right there, my respect. As far as for Jade, until I hear further explanation of why did this even go that far, then I can possibly, forgive her, maybe," Rikishi said. 1944 to 2032. Naomi is married to Rikishi's son, Jimmy USO, making her a real-life member of the bloodline. As for Jade Cargill, she attacked her newest rival again on SmackDown this week following the revelation of the truth. Naomi attacked Jade Cargill for Bianca Belair. Fans wanted answers for Jade Cargill's action this past Friday on SmackDown in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bianca Belair confronted Naomi about what had happened, with the Glow admitting that she did what she did for WWE's EST. Naomi explained that she thought Cargill was not showing enough to care about her partnership with Belair. She stated that she only did it for Bianca, who walked out of the ring in emotional wreck and went to the back. But before that, Cargill's music hit and she went after Naomi. She hit her jaded on her newest rival as fans cheered what happened in the ring. It will be interesting to see when the Naomi vs. Cargill match could be scheduled. Due to the intense drama and story, it might be worth it to put at WrestleMania 41. The WWE Universe was left in shock this past Friday on SmackDown when Jade Cargill made a brutal statement by taking out Naomi in a backstage attack. The move wasn't just another case of a rising star making a name for herself, it was a direct shot at one of the most respected women in WWE. And now, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi has entered the conversation, issuing a stern warning to the dominant powerhouse, signaling a potential bloodline-sized problem for Cargill. Naomi's shocking assault on SmackDown. Naomi, fresh off a string of impressive performances since her return to WWE, was seen preparing for her scheduled tag team match when disaster struck. Just moments before she could head to the ring, cameras caught Jade Cargill blindsiding Naomi, slamming her into a production crate with force. The assault was ruthless. Cargill powerbombed Naomi through a table, leaving her motionless as medical personnel rushed in. The WWE Universe watched in stunned silence before erupting into boos. It wasn't just about Naomi being attacked, it was about who did it. Jade Cargill, the powerhouse who had recently been making waves in WWE, had just declared war on one of the most beloved superstars in the women's division. As SmackDown went off the air, Naomi was being loaded onto a stretcher, while Jade Cargill simply smirked, sending a clear message to the locker room: she wasn't here to play nice. Rikishi speaks out, "This won't go unchecked." After the attack, social media exploded with reactions. Superstars, fans, and even WWE legends weighed in on Cargill's actions, but the most chilling response came from Rikishi, the father of Naomi's husband, Jimmy USO. The Hall of Famer took to X, formerly Twitter, to address the situation directly, warning Cargill in no uncertain terms. At Jade_Cargill, "You made a big mistake taking out Naomi. That's family. You're about to learn what happens when you mess with the bloodline. This won't go unchecked. #SmackDown." The post quickly gained traction, fueling speculation about how deep this issue could go. Would the bloodline get involved? Would Jimmy USO step up to defend his wife? And most importantly, was Rikishi teasing a return to WWE to personally handle Cargill? Jade Cargill's response: "Bring it on." Never one to back down, Jade Cargill responded in classic fashion, proving she wasn't intimidated by the WWE Hall of Famer's warning. "At the Real Rikishi, I don't care who you are or who Naomi is married to. If you have a problem with me, do something about it. Otherwise, stay out of my business." #Big Jade. Her words sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Not only was she doubling down on her attack, but she was actively calling out Rikishi, a man with deep ties to WWE's biggest faction. Was this a sign of overconfidence, or was Cargill prepared to go to war with the Bloodline? The Bloodline's next move. With Rikishi openly warning Cargill and Naomi sidelined with injuries, all eyes turned to the Bloodline. Jimmy USO, visibly frustrated and furious on SmackDown, Fallout, refused to comment when asked about his wife's condition but made it clear that this wasn't over. "The Bloodline doesn't forget. The Bloodline doesn't let things slide," he said before storming off. That cryptic statement alone was enough to send WWE fans into a frenzy. Would Solo Sikoa step in? Would Jey Uso, who had been distant from the family, come to his sister-in-law's aid? Or, in a shocking twist, would Roman Reigns himself acknowledge the situation and get involved? After all, Naomi was family, and if there's one thing the tribal chief has always emphasized, it's that family is everything. Could Rikishi return for a one-off match? While Rikishi is long retired from full-time competition, his words carry weight. In recent years, WWE has seen many legends step back into the ring for short-term feuds, and with the way this story is escalating, some fans are speculating that Rikishi could lace up his boots for one last showdown. A segment on SmackDown with Rikishi confronting Cargill could be a moment for the ages. Imagine the Hall of Famer stepping into the ring, looking Cargill dead in the eye, and warning her face to face. "You messed with the wrong family." Even if Rikishi doesn't physically get involved, his presence alone could elevate this storyline into a major WWE angle, leading to a potential high-stakes match for Naomi once she recovers. A dream showdown at WrestleMania? With WrestleMania season around the corner, the seeds of a blockbuster match are already being planted. Naomi versus Jade Cargill would be a WrestleMania-worthy clash, especially if the Bloodline is in Naomi's corner. This match would not only be a test of Naomi's resilience but also a defining moment for Jade Cargill. Would she prove that she's truly unstoppable, or would she finally be put in her place by one of WWE's most seasoned veterans? What happens next? While Naomi recovers, WWE fans will be keeping a close eye on SmackDown to see how the Bloodline responds. With Rikishi's warning, Jimmy Uso's anger, and Jade Cargill's arrogance, this feud has the potential to be one of the most explosive rivalries in WWE's women's division. One thing is clear, Jade Cargill may have started this fight, but she might not be ready for what's coming next. Could we see the Bloodline step in to teach Cargill a lesson? Will Rikishi return to SmackDown in person to address the situation? Or will Jade Cargill continue her reign of dominance, proving that she's ready to take over WWE by any means necessary? No matter what happens, one thing is for sure, Jade Cargill just poked the bear, and the bear's name is Rikishi. And when it comes to family, the Bloodline always finds a way to settle the score.